I'm going to walk through the 3000-watt red light therapy panel with a level head, because I know a lot of people feel a little uneasy when a device promises anti-aging and pain relief in the same breath. You've probably seen a bunch of videos that jump straight into the science or the hype, but the real question is whether the panel actually fits into a daily routine without turning your living room into a lab. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In this review, I'll lay out the practical pros and cons, talk about who will get the most out of it, and point out the situations where it might be more of a money sink than a wellness boost. First, let's talk about why buying a red light device can feel like a gamble. The market is crowded with handheld units, small bedside lamps, and massive clinical-grade rigs. Most of them make big promises but give little guidance on how long you need to sit in front of them, how far away to stay, or how much space they'll actually occupy. That's why the first thing I checked was the panel's size and how it integrates into a home environment. It's a rectangular slab that's roughly the size of a small TV, so you need a dedicated spot, either a wall-mounted area in a home office or a sturdy table in a bedroom. If you're living in a studio apartment, that footprint might be a deal-breaker, whereas someone with a spare corner or a home gym setup will find it more manageable. Power consumption is another hidden trade-off that many buyers overlook. A 3000-watt rating sounds massive, but the device actually draws about 150,200 watts during a typical session because the dual chips pulse in a controlled way rather than blasting full power continuously. That translates to roughly a couple of dollars a month on your electric bill if you run the recommended 10-minute sessions daily. For most people, the cost is negligible compared to the potential benefit of reducing joint aches or improving skin tone, but it's worth noting if you're watching every watt. Now, the core of the panel's appeal is its dual-chip technology that delivers both 660 nanometers red light and 850 nanometers near-infrared (NIR) light. The red spectrum is often cited for surface-level skin improvements. Think smoother texture, reduced fine lines, and better circulation. The NIR penetrates deeper, targeting muscle tissue, joints, and even the fascia that surrounds them. The fact that this unit lets you switch between 5 spectrum options means you can tailor a session: a pure red mode for a quick facial boost, a mixed mode for a post-workout recovery, or a full spectrum run for a longer wellness routine. In real-world use, I've seen people set it up next to their standing desk and run a 20-minute mixed session while answering emails, and they report that the light feels gentle, almost like a warm breeze rather than a harsh spotlight. That flicker-free operation is actually a big comfort factor. Many cheaper units have a subtle strobe that can irritate sensitive eyes, but this panel uses a driver circuit that keeps the output smooth. A practical strength that often gets missed in spec sheets is the low EMF design. The panel's internal shielding reduces electromagnetic fields to levels that are well below the thresholds most health-concerned users worry about. If you've ever read about blue light or EMF anxiety, you'll appreciate that the device doesn't add a noticeable hum or static to the room, and you can leave it on while you're in the same space without feeling any tingle. That also makes it safe to run near a baby's nursery or a home office where you have sensitive electronics. On the downside, the sheer power of a 3000-watt panel can be a double-edged sword. While the output is strong enough to reach deeper tissues, it also means you need to be disciplined about session length. The manufacturer's guidelines suggest 510 minutes per area, and going longer doesn't necessarily give you extra benefit. Rather, you risk overexposure, which can lead to skin redness or temporary eye discomfort if you glance directly at the panel without protection. The device does come with goggles, but they're the generic kind that can feel a bit flimsy after repeated use. If you're planning to share the panel with several family members, you'll want to keep an extra pair on hand. Another practical weakness is the learning curve around positioning. Because the panel is flat, you have to sit or stand at a specific distance, usually about 12–18 inches, for the light to hit the target area effectively. If you're treating your knees after a run, you might need to prop the panel on a low table and sit on the floor, which isn't the most comfortable arrangement for everyone. Users who prefer a hands-free, just point-and-go experience might find a handheld wand more convenient, even if it sacrifices depth of penetration. Who should consider buying this panel? If you're someone who already invests in wellness tools, think a good quality foam roller, a massage gun, or a home sauna, and you have a regular routine wear.